Non si arresta purtroppo la violenta aggressione.
Unfortunately, the violent aggression against Ukraine does not stop.
Un massacro insensato,
A senseless massacre,
dove ogni giorno
where every day there is a repetition of slaughter and atrocities.
non c'è giustificazione per questo.
There is no justification for this.
The Holy Father continues to appeal for peace in Ukraine and is using all the resources the Holy See has to seek it.
Anche questa settimana
This week, again, missiles and bombs have fallen on civilians, the elderly, children, and pregnant mothers.
le madri incinte. Io sono andato a trovare i bambini feriti.
I went to see the wounded children who are here in Rome. One was missing an arm, one had a head injury. Innocent children. I think of the millions of Ukrainian refugees who must flee, leaving everything behind. And I feel a great pain for those who do not even have the possibility to escape.
Non hanno nemmeno la possibilità di scappare.
Per implorare da Dio il dono della pace in Ucraina e per chiedergli di aiutare.
Holy See Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin is also busy working for peace. He's in contact with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and with the diplomatic corps accredited to the Holy See. In a Mass for Peace, he said that peacemakers resemble God. And in an interview with EWTN News in Dubai, Cardinal Parolin shared the Holy See's message.
The message of the Holy See, of the Holy Father, is to stop the war. The first is to stop the weapons because they are causing a lot of casualties, a lot of damages, a lot of misery in Ukraine, especially targeting the people, most vulnerable people. Then this is the message, and the second message is to start to negotiate. Knowing that there is always an honorable solution if we want. I insist on that. We are not to defeat anybody. In diplomacy, we speak about the win-win solution, no? That everybody is satisfied of the conclusion of the negotiation, which is, okay, it is only a formula, but I think that there is always space just to achieve something which is of satisfaction for everybody, and also in this situation.
On March 25th, Pope Francis consecrated Russia and Ukraine to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, renewing the consecration done by his predecessors, Pope St. John Paul II, Pope St. Paul VI, and Venerable Pope Pius XII. In the second so-called Secret of Fatima, Our Lady made a precise request for Russia to be consecrated to her Immaculate Heart. Sister Lucia describes this in her third memoir of August the 31st, 1941, written by order of His Excellency the Bishop of Leiria Fatima and the Most Holy Mother.
You have seen hell where the souls of poor sinners go. To save them, God wishes to establish in the world devotion to my Immaculate Heart. If what I say to you is done, many souls will be saved, and there will be peace. The war is going to end, but if people do not cease offending God, a worse one will break out during the pontificate of Pius XI. When you see a night illumined by an unknown light, know that this is the great sign given you by God that He is about to punish the world for its crimes, by means of war, famine, and persecutions of the Church and of the Holy Father. To prevent this, I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart, and the communion of reparation on the first Saturdays. If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted, and there will be peace. If not, she will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and persecutions of the Church. The good will be martyred, the Holy Father will have much to suffer, various nations will be annihilated. In the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph. The Holy Father will consecrate Russia to me, and she shall be converted, and a period of peace will be granted to the world.
Sister Lucia said that Our Lady had asked for the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So how did the popes, in particular Pius XII and John Paul II, respond to this request?
Il primo che ha consacrato.
Pope Pius XII was the first to consecrate the world to the Immaculate Heart of Mary at the height of the war in 1942. Then, 10 years later, with the very beautiful apostolic letter Sacro Vergente Anno, he consecrated precisely the peoples of Russia.
Poi Giovanni Paolo II. Giovanni Paolo II, prima a Fatima.
John Paul II consecrated Russia, first in Fatima in 1982, and then in Rome on March the 25th, 1984, during the extraordinary Holy Year of the Redemption. He does so without mentioning Russia, and this is an observation that some critics make. However, the references to Russia are evident. The Pope, out of respect for the Orthodox world, I believe, did not want to explicitly mention the word Russia. The reference, however, is very clear in the two consecrations of Pius XII and in the above-mentioned apostolic letter of Pius XII. There is an equivalent expression, I consecrate you. We can read in the text of John Paul II, who has a beautiful invocation, the peoples whose consecration you await. And so there is this corresponding expression. It says so in the very solemn, very beautiful consecration prayer.
Nella preghiera una consacrazione molto solenne, molto bella, Madre della Chiesa.
Mother of the Church, enlighten the people of God on the paths of faith, hope and charity. Enlighten especially the people whose consecration and entrustment you await. Help us to live in the truth of the consecration to Christ of the entire human family of the contemporary world. Sister Lucia, whether questioned by her superior or by myself, would testify to Our Lady's full satisfaction with this formula of consecration and would say, Como Nossa Senhora a pediu, as Our Lady requested.
Como Nossa Signora ha pediu, come ha richiesto Nostra Signora.